It is Sunday, the 23rd of March, I believe. My second vlog of the month. Of that I can be sure. And I really hadn't planned on doing a vlog for today. I've actually been up since yesterday, but I'm not really tired right now. And I got to thinking about some things over the past couple days that I wanted to mention. Just some thoughts I had about how women are judged differently than men. I mean, we know that already. But a couple things really kind of stuck in my craw. Excuse me, my nose keeps itching. Number one, I've been reading the book Eat, Pray, Love. And I went over to Amazon, and by the way, I have enjoyed that book, and actually am keeping it around to look at some quotes and stuff from that book. But one thing I noticed was I get really kind of tired of the who does she think she is, who does she think who do they think they are complex when it comes to women, especially. The whole who does she think she is, I see this over and over, and it really kind of pisses me off, to be honest. And this came up when I looked at the reviews on Amazon for the book Eat, Pray, Love. Number one, and I'm sorry about my webcam. I really need a new one, but that ain't gonna happen for a while anyway. Number one, if you've read the book, then you should know it is based on one woman's journey, not only physically, as in traveling, but it's more about her internal journey, a discovery of herself, trying to make sense of many facets of herself. Okay, so let me say, in the first place, number one, it's not a fucking travel book, okay? She went to different countries, but that is the external setting for this memoir, of at least, this year of her life, or this time that she spent traveling. It's not a fucking travel book, okay? So all you reviewers on Amazon who were like, well, she should have talked about this, that, and the other. That is not what the book was meant to be, okay? You totally missed it. Number two, if you didn't want to read about this woman's internal journey, why'd you read the book? Obviously, the description should let you know what it's about. So if you weren't expecting that, you're an idiot, because it's quite clear what this book was about. Also, if this was a male, and let me bring up this one book that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorites. It was written by Michael Crichton. You probably know him as the author. Knew him. He's deceased now, unfortunately. He was the author of Jurassic Park, The Andromeda Strain, and many other books. He's a very intelligent man, very smart. And he wrote a book called Travels. It was a non-fiction book, and I believe that I got a hold of it back in the mid-'80s or thereabouts. Now, this book was about a lot of self-discovery and also a lot of metaphysical things that took place for him, his sorting out of all of that, under the backdrop of him traveling throughout the world. Now, if you read the reviews of a book that was, say, written by Michael Crichton, who is male, and let me tell you, I love males because I'm married to one, number one. No offense. A lot of you are assholes, but so are women. There are a lot of bitches out there. So, let me just say, I do not hate men. However, I get pissed off when there's a double standard. I don't see anybody ranting about, if a man had written this book, you wouldn't see the same things coming up most likely about him being so full of himself and narcissistic and, how could he, basically you're not going to hear, well, he didn't know his place. How could he just leave for a year and travel to 3 different countries and, leave his husband, or her husband, either or. Men have husbands too. You get my point, right? But over and over, the reviews on Amazon for Eat, Pray, Love are so full of venom and envy and jealousy and this double standard of how dare she? Who does she think she is? She's self-involved, self-absorbed, narcissistic. Let me tell you something. First of all, fuck you. Second of all, who does she think she is? Well, I think that year-long journey pretty much helped her figure out some things about what she wanted in her life and what she didn't. And let me tell you something. If you are a female, you do have a right to do that as well. Women are not strictly born to be universal teats that the world gets to suckle off of and be nurtured by. And, yes, I love my children. I love my husband. I have elements to my personality that can be nurturing and caring and all of that. Women are a very important force. Some choose to stay home and be mothers and housewives. And I also hate when people go, oh, well, you're nothing but a housewife. Are you freaking kidding me? Let me tell you. Don't even get me started. I would love to see them, the guys who say that. You do the same thing, okay? No one hear you bitch about it either. Okay? I'm tired of this. Some women decide to be career women, okay? Some decide to make their careers their husband, wife, children, whatever. The point is this. This whole bit about how dare she, who she thinks she is, I'll tell you what, she's who she decides to be, and she does not need your permission or your authorization. If she does not decide to have children, it's none of your business. If she decides not to get married, it's none of your business. Whatever she decides, she is hopefully doing it because it's right for her. Just like not all men are the same, not all women are the same either. So my point is this. It pissed me off reading the Amazon reviews. Because these people totally didn't get what the book was written for. There's also some class envy. Obviously, she was well-to-do than most people are. And hey, I would love to be well-to-do as well. I don't hate rich or wealthy people at all. In fact, it would be nice to be one of them, perhaps, and not have to worry about some of these things. But the point is, the envy, the jealousy, the venom that you see coming out of these reviews on Amazon just really took me aback, because there was such a big theme of who does she think she is, and she's self-absorbed and narcissistic. And you know what? Michael Crichton, if he had written that book, I really, I mean, there's more edge about being a woman. God forbid you go and do something that is out of the ordinary or doesn't involve caretaking or nurturing somebody else. God forbid you should do something for you for a year. Take time off for a year to just enjoy yourself, learn things. That's so terrible. And like I said, fuck you, okay? It's bullshit, and we're in the 21st century, and there's no place for it. This was kind of brought to roost again tonight when I watched a documentary about Lady Gaga. Now, a lot of people love her, a lot of people hate her. I happen to admire her because she's smart, and she's talented, and she's done shit that you'll never do in your life, and neither will I. And she has drive and tenacity and passion that you or I will never have. There's always a tinge of jealousy when I hear somebody talk about Lady Gaga. And again, it's who does she think she is? Well, God forbid. But if you have an innovative male musician, and again, Madonna, yes, we had her, she started back in the 80s. She was from when I was in high school. And so, yes, we've had innovative female artists throughout the years. But it's funny how there's always this judgment and questioning that doesn't always fall on the side of male performers. Now, once again, I don't hate men. Obviously, I love my husband with all my heart. But he's not a jerk either, okay? And he damn sure doesn't tell me what I will and won't do with my life. And he respects me and this, what I choose to make out of my life, what decisions I choose to make, and mistakes and everything. The point is, we're in the 21st century. Can we just stop with all of this, indignation over women who don't fit the mold of, oh, she's, is she a real woman if she doesn't get married or have children or, this, that, or the other? I mean, this is so old. Why are we even dealing with this shit anymore? I thought we were done with this. But one of the reasons why I get along with men better than a lot of women, I do have a lot of good friends who are women, is because women, a lot of them, not all, again, a lot of them can be very unsupportive of other women, very catty, and they wrap it in a way, their words are wrapped in such a way that it appears to be somehow constructive criticism, which it's not. And really, the words, at the core of those words, they're wrapped around nothing more than jealousy or envy. You should celebrate other people's successes. And that goes for women and men. Because somebody is successful doesn't mean that anything is taken away from you. At all. The more you celebrate other people's successes, the better that flow of positive, creative energy is to go around. That there's no shortage. It's not a competition. Excuse me. So, all I want to say is, stop with these double standards, okay? It's time that we got over those. Women are diverse, just as men are. There are good ones, there are bad ones, there are, you know, that's just the way it is. But I don't want to hear you say, how dare she? Who does she think she is? Or, well, she's not very nurturing, or she's not caring, she's narcissistic because, God forbid, she made a decision about something she wanted in her life. If a man does that, hey, he's just being a man. He's, you know, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Yeah, I mean, hell, if he stays out, you know, at work or whatever, doing whatever, he's supporting his family. That's what he's doing. But if a woman does it, oh my God, she's not home to fix dinner. Bullshit, you know. Is this the 21st century? Are we going back in time or something? I thought this was over with. So anyway, that is my rant. You might agree, you might not agree. That's fine. This is my soapbox. So if you want to talk about it yourself, you can have your own soapbox. But this is mine. So, yeah. And before you bitch about a book, like Eat, Pray, Love, do yourself a favor and, you know, just read a little bit about it, before you dive into it, you know, and, you know, it's kind of hard to judge somebody completely unless you've been in their shoes. So, you know, if you thought that she should have stayed with her husband or whatever, were you there? Okay, then be quiet. So that's it for now. I'm out of time, which you're probably very glad about. But I have these cool feather earrings, and I have a monkey hat now. So, and I love it. So that's the humorous part. And that's it. So just, you know, give it some thought. If you've got any questions about it or want to bring something up, you can go ahead and, you know, comment or whatever. I may or may not respond to you because I don't have to if I don't want to. So anyway, have a good Sunday, and just be very careful about the things that you're, I can't think of the word because I've been up all night. The expectations that you're putting on somebody because of their gender. And also, while I've got you here, I just say that if you don't believe in gay marriage, don't have one. It's pretty easy and pretty simple. I'm heterosexual and I'm married, and gay marriages don't affect me at all. Stop being haters in that regard. People deserve to be happy, and they deserve love. And how that love is defined, you know, if it's between people of the same sex or different, love is love. So, you know, there's nothing in this world that's hateful. So give it up on that. Have a good Sunday, and the next time I'll try and talk about something that's less controversial. So have a good Sunday.